Hey there, and welcome back to a beautiful journey in Amur, the frozen hellscape of Russia. Actually, I'm pretty looking forward to this episode, right? Because in the last episode, we kinda finished this bridge. Cleared debris around here, and now we are going to clear out the landslide near the quarry. I also plan on fixing the landslide on the highway. And of course, fixing these two bridges if I can. It's going to be rather interesting though. And hopefully we do not slide into the river or anything like that. But I'm sure we will. We are using the ZZ612H as a truck for the delivery services. For a couple of reasons, of course, is that we can deliver quite a lot with it. We have a crane, 3 hauls in one go. Not bad, unless they are, of course, steel beams that will take us 2 times. And so far, so very good though, huh? We have extra fuel with us. Everything is really good so far. Alright, it always feels nice though to be able to drive over your own bridges, you know what I mean? Especially when everything was blocked before. It never feels good if it's blocked though, huh? After all, transport has to keep flowing, and it has to keep flowing good. Oh boy. Yep, steer to right. Yeah, that's a little bit more damage than I wanted to though, but ooh-wee. Next time I can actually lasso nicely up there, I suppose. That would have been good. Yeah, if we did lasso, we will take no damage there. Let's keep on hauling. Now, the way how we actually have used our crane there, it's just to press it completely down that box, right, you know, and it doesn't fall off. No chance. No chance at all. Oh yeah, ZZ, man, it is something else, isn't it? It is something else. Now, I'm not sure if this will be my favorite, by the way, in Amur, but it's an all-round top 5, though, in very tough lands. Whether it's mud, snow, ice, rocky terrains, though, it is a top 5 favorite of mine. Papa. I think there has to be an ultimate powerhouse though to actually kick the ZZ away from one of the top 5 spots though. It could lower it, could still be in the top 5, you know what I mean though, but in general, yeah man, I don't think we are going to get rid of this one rather soon, you know. Let's be careful around here. Oh boy. Yeah, we did not take that out in the prettiest way though, but it doesn't matter. Now the Avonhorn, do I like it more than the Avonhorn? Yes and no. I think my Avonhorn is an absolute beast though in very messed up terrain. And even with balancing act, I think it is better at balancing than the ZZ612H. But I might be wrong though, because the center of gravity of this truck is really low. And the Avonhorn is a little bit higher than that. But then again, it is much wider than the ZZ. Yeah. Right, you know, so we have to think about that. But do I prefer the ZZ for long remote over the Avonhorn A15? Yeah. Absolutely. The reason is though, right, because this truck what we are driving right now, the ZZ, is actually self-sufficient in repairs, in of course fuel. We do need the diesel it is carrying around, or trucks do get stranded without it. And you know, like, that is something that we really have to keep in mind. And it's easy to forget, let's admit though, right, you know, like the drive is going smooth. You're conquering the nature like a beast on a hungry sprint after a wounded animal, you know, for a fine dinner. No issues at all. You just keep on going. You just keep on hauling. And then out of nowhere you're out of diesel. Well, these extra canisters over there, the 9 on the front and the 2 at the back, is 11 total of diesel extra supplies. And that is absolutely needed. Now, this shortcut might have seemed like one, but the Avonhorn would absolutely be here the master though, in this deep snow. And the frozen mud down below. So yeah, you know, like that is the thing about it though, right, you know? And no matter if the Avonhorn will be quicker here, you know what happens though when you run out of diesel? You can push. And I doubt you're quicker than a turtle then, you know what I mean? So yeah, for long hauls in a desolate region with no gas station or gas supplies close by, it is self-sufficient trucks over very powerful trucks all the time. All the time. Never, never, ever doubt about that. No matter that you think that you can actually do it quick there for a second or something, just don't. Right over here, pack the cargo. Alright, great. Now the quarry is easy to access. You deserved your reward. Now, apparently I'm actually getting something very nice though, someone said, right? You know, because I accepted a mission here and there. But no, we did not read it just yet though, right? You know, we are going to read them once we are going to do it. This place must be cursed. The main highway leading to the assembly shop got blocked. We may have to put rockets together with our bare hands from matches and acorns, unless we do something about it. It's vital. I believe so. I really believe so. And by the way, the person what I'm talking about is Plane 222. Thank you for the tip, by the way, and thank you for not spoiling it, by the way. That is so incredibly important, though, right? Because if we want to help someone, we accidentally spoiled, or do we? But you kept it in, though. I really appreciate it. Yeah, my thing is, though, that I'm not, for those that don't know, right, is that I'm not going to do research, like what route is best, or which trucks is best, this and that. I like to make such videos, and I think I'm going to make a couple more of those, by the way. But in general, as a content creator, I kind of like to get my nose in the dirt, you know what I mean? I want to feel, and I want to see things, and I want to make an authentic journey. Because if I do not do so, it just feels wrong. And after all, we are sitting together in a cabin, although not very social in this truck, right? You know, we are both sitting in a chicken frying box here. But you get the drift, right? You get the drift. We are communicating through walkie-talkie and all. But yeah, you know, like, I want it to be authentic. And if I fail, it's never going to be a meme. Unless it's something very funny, but it's not going to be like, oh, let's drive off the cliff here just for lols or anything like that. And it's not because I feel better than anybody else that is doing that type of content, but it's because I want to deliver my type of story, if it makes sense. I think it does though, huh? Whoppa, big boys. Now we are hyper stuck here and I'm not sure on what. Wow, really? Even more rare is stuck here? What are we stuck on? Well, just an unfortunate nose hook, I suppose. Ah, look at that. It's a root covered in mud. Yeah. There are just a couple of forces in this world that you can't mess with. That are all powerful though. It's the devil, it's God, and it's roots in this game. Alright, all set up, ready to go. I think we're just going to take the normal route though, because going on this cliffside over there doesn't seem like a prosperous thing to do for me. Now, I have to say though, right, you know, we were really thinking so extremely hard. Oh no, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? Well, my microphone was muted there because I had to sneeze and forgot to unmute. Or it didn't work, one of the two. But the thing though is, right, you know, as you can see, we are nicely around here, fully equipped, and we are going to take this route that away. Now, don't Don't cringe too hard at me, alright? About what I'm going to say. First, all of this was pure hell on earth. We all know it, right? We all know it. And it was extremely difficult. And I have to say though, I was a little bit intimidated. Alright, not gonna lie. Now, my truck is intimidated too, right? You know, because look at that, man. That nose is just kissing everything it can, apparently. My. So, I was saying in the first episode that I'm going to make this map easy mode. And I don't mean this part of the map, I mean the entire region, right, of Amur. And since the first bridge did open up, I have to say though, I have to say it, this map is turning into Michigan difficulties. And that means easy to medium difficulty. The terrain is unforgiving, but if you plan ahead, if you are playing careful, it is becoming extremely straightforward. Now, if you watch my gameplay and you agree with me, give it a like though. But if you don't agree, give it a like and a comment. And let me know why, you know? Michigan was something else though, right? The difficulty came especially from underpowered trucks. Not that the trucks were underpowered, but the setup that we could have with them was underpowered. Like highway roads while you had to go through mud. Roads. Wheels, I mean. Tires. And then at rank 6, well, it takes a while though. You could buy actually, you know, your own... You know what? This is even easier, this path over here to the right. Well, it's not easier though, but... If you cannot open this one up though, just take this route. It is so extremely good. I'm going to continue my original plan here. But yeah, you know, like, it's at level 6, I believe, or 7, one of the two, you could unlock mud tires. And then Michigan became a whole lot simpler. But still, you know, like, this map is good. My advice, once again, bigger truck. Yeah, just go bigger than you think. And own the cargo slot beds like this. Or a cargo slot trailer on the co-op as an example. Game is easy mode directly. Let's go and put this one towards 1300 hours. So you can actually see something. So yeah, I mean, the difficulty will still come. I do know it, alright? I do know it. But the system is already there. That is what I'm trying to say. If it makes sense though, if it makes sense. I think it does, to be fair. Now, there are of course major pitfalls and like major struggles here and there scattered around where, oh, I just have my drink in my hand, or I'm scratching, or hey, guess what? I had to blink a little bit. Yeah, then you are off the road, on the side of the road, etc., on the side of your truck. Now, that is a major possibility that will definitely happen to me probably again. But I have to say though, everything right now is extremely smooth driving. It really, really is. And it feels incredibly rewarding so far. Now, I do realize though, like, there will be challenges ahead, which might surprise me, you know. Hoppa. And do I like some beautiful, smooth rides? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? But I also do like off-roading. Thanks to you, I don't have to worry about supplies. Well, aren't you a good boy? Now, cargo code we are not going to do right now. We are going to do bridge to the island. There you are. It's the first one. And then bridge to the town we do need after this one. There we are. Metal beams 2 times. And service spare parts 2 times. So we have to do that a double timer. Which is not bad, because I kind of look like a scorpion now, don't I? Because, right, it's, you know, for the second haul we can also get an extra metal beam towards location. Right? And then we have to do it in 3 hauls instead of 4. Very nice. Let's go back. Oh yeah. Double steel beams cargo in this way. First time on my channel, I suppose. I really think so. But it's not really overloading though, as you can see. It really is not. You could see this in IRL too. But anyways, it drives different. Oh yeah. On the icy roads and slopes, it really does drive different though if you do it in this way. So be aware of that. We are going to take this road up here. Can even put it in high gear though, you know. It's a monster, this truck. Now you still gotta be careful though, because if you got Need for Speed, you better download a game that it's called after that. Because if you have it in this game, you are going to flip. Yeah, for real. Be careful. Because one of these mud patches though, can really sink you down. Although I don't think there is one of them over here. But it could be, right? You know, the game has its own rules, I suppose. One day it's fine. The next it's not. The next you're going to go straight into the abyss with your tires. Oh yeah. Now look at this though, huh? The torque is building up. Absolutely beautiful sound. Yeah, this is one of the best shortcuts, by the way. Before you did actually get rid of that landslide up ahead by the quarry. Not the one leading to the quarry, but the one leading from the mega factory towards the town. Come on, big boy. Yeah, through there. Yeah, it's the roots again, though. Look at all of that. Oh yeah. Yeah, roots are something else. I keep saying it because I have to, man. I just got to. Now this could be a little bit of an issue. A well-placed tree to block progress for the hard-working people around us and among us. There you go. Got some ice Doritos in the middle of a frozen path. Kind of cool, man, that we are actually taking care of the, how shall I say, of the other part of the map already though. It really feels great. It really does. Alright, high gear. Nope. Auto gear. I kind of would advise to go in low gear plus in a little bit though, before you just skid right over to the sides. Or just control your trigger finger when you're pulling that right trigger in, you know. Just play with it a little bit. Pull and let go. Yeah, and on the road like this, you do need a big truck though, right? So you stay a little bit more balanced. Oh man, look at that. Oh, I hope we're drunk and had a great time at least. Let's drop it right around here. First steel beams delivered. Second one delivered. Beautiful though. Now we only have to get surface tools and 2 more beams towards the other one and 2 more surface. And we are spectacularly good right now, huh? So yeah, let's go back all the way with my little scorpion. And then we are going to get the surface spare parts. And I'm going to get the steel beams on it for the next haul too. So my advice will be, it's easier to control one long item than 2 items that are separate from one another, where you can only control one. So first load up the surface spare parts on your flatbed. And on top of that though, get the steel beams. Alright, this difficult situation is completely different though, because right now it becomes a little bit more top heavy. Well, the boxes on the bottom of the steel beams are a little bit on the thinner side. So technically you have to keep an eye on the steel beams. And at the same time though, no issues there. We have a crane. Our truck stays stable. Only the cargo is a little bit on the wonky side. But as you do see, if you press the crane up properly though, against it, there's no issue for you there to behold. Hoppa, there we are. Isn't that beautiful though? Great, now we have access to the island. Here's your pay. Thank you very much though, we're getting rich, boys. We are getting rich. Pack the cargo. And let's go to our next mission though. Man, this is going really smooth though, ain't it? It really goes beautifully right now. Well, let's see, what do we have to do here? What do you guys think, huh? I think we have to fix one more bridge over here. Bridge to the town. This ain't the first bridge that got cut up for scrap by some wise guys. We have to talk to the locals. Maybe they know something. And for now, we need a new crossing. So let's get to work. For real though, huh? Well, here you go. This is already the first one that we are going to deliver, of course. There we are. And then we only have the same story. But we will finish this one up in the next episode. So by that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time. And I hope if you're following along, you will have an easy time on Amur too. Admit it. It's easy mode right now. Can change later on. And if you look back, if you already have completed this mission, maybe you are like, dude, it's easy mode, you know. Anyways, have a great time. Bye bye.